Welcome to the AI Opus, or as we like to call it, TEO.
Hey Sarah, how's it going?
It's going great, Mike. Super excited about today's lineup. We've got a lot of fascinating AI news and funding updates to dive into. Ready to get started?
Absolutely. Let's see what's buzzing in the world of AI.
All right, kicking things off with AI2, they've just released Tulu 3405B. It's an open-source AI model that's making waves by outperforming DeepSeek V3 and GPT-4o on certain benchmarks. This positions Tulu 3 as a formidable player in the open-source AI arena.
Wow, that sounds impressive. But why is outperforming these benchmarks such a big deal?
Great question, Mike. Benchmarks are essentially standards to measure an AI's performance. When a model like Tulu 3 outperforms others, it shows it's more efficient or capable in certain tasks, which can attract more developers and researchers to use it.
Got it. And speaking of DeepSeek, it seems their open-source models are causing quite a stir in Silicon Valley.
Yes, indeed. The release has prompted concerns about China's rapid advancements in AI, pushing the U.S. to ramp up its open AI investments to stay competitive. It's a classic tech race scenario.
Always a bit of drama in the tech world, isn't there? Now moving on to Apple, they had a strong Q1, right?
That's right. Apple's revenue exceeded expectations due to growth in Mac, iPad, and services, although iPhone sales in China were a bit sluggish. They're also expanding language support for Apple Intelligence and are set to release a new Siri version with improved context understanding.
Interesting. And I heard something about them partnering with SpaceX and T-Mobile?
Yes, they introduced an iOS Starlink connectivity feature, enabling text messaging outside cellular coverage. It's a pretty cool step for connectivity.
Tim Cook also had something to say about DeepSeek's AI models, didn't he?
Correct. He praised their efficiency and reiterated Apple's hybrid AI strategy, which balances on-device and cloud processing.
Fascinating. And over at Microsoft, it seems they're busy too.
Indeed, Mike. They've launched new Surface Pro and laptop models with NPUs and have partnered with OpenAI to provide AI models for research in U.S. national laboratories. Plus, they're investigating DeepSeek for potential unauthorized data access from OpenAI's models.
That sounds pretty serious. Hopefully they sort that out soon. Over to Google now. What's new there?
Google has launched Ask for Me, an AI feature that makes calls to local businesses for users. It's currently being tested with auto services and nail salons. They've also deepened their partnership with ServiceNow and quietly launched Gemini 2.0 Pro Experimental for advanced users.
Google always seems to have something up their sleeve. Speaking of ServiceNow, it sounds like their partnership with Google Cloud is pretty significant.
Absolutely. It's a strategic move to integrate their platform with Google Cloud Marketplace, enhancing their tools and reach.
Nice. What's happening with Intel?
Intel exceeded revenue expectations, but still posted a net loss, causing some investor concerns. They've decided to scrap the Falcon Shores GPU to focus on Jaguar Shores for AI data centers. Plus, they've received substantial CHIPS Act grants to bolster U.S. semiconductor manufacturing.
Seems like a strategic pivot for Intel. And how about Codium?
Codium has integrated DeepSeek's AI models into its Windsurf platform at reduced costs. They're following in the footsteps of platforms like Cursor, Azure, and AWS.
That's some smart cost management. Now, anything new from the finance sector?
Yes, L&T Finance in India launched KAI, an AI-powered virtual advisor for home loans, which aligns with the broader trend of AI adoption in Indian banking. Plus, President Murmu emphasized India's goal of becoming an AI powerhouse through the India AI mission.
Exciting times for AI in India. And lastly, I heard there's some news about AI-generated content and copyright.
Indeed, the U.S. Copyright Office announced that AI-generated content may qualify for copyright if it's edited by a human. It's a significant step for content creators using AI tools.
That's a big change. Now let's talk funding. What's the scoop?
OpenAI is in talks to raise $40 billion at a staggering $340 billion valuation, led by SoftBank. This funding is targeted at expanding operations and the Stargate data center project.
Those are some big numbers. And what about DataBank?
DataBank raised $850 million to expand its AI-driven data center infrastructure, driven by the ongoing AI boom.
Wow, lots of exciting developments. Thanks for walking us through all these updates, Sarah.
My pleasure, Mike. It's amazing to see how rapidly the AI landscape is evolving.
Absolutely. So to recap, we've seen advancements in AI models, strategic partnerships, and significant funding news, all pointing to a dynamic future for AI.
Exactly. And with that, we'll wrap up today's episode. Thanks for tuning in to TAO, everyone.
Catch you next time, folks. Stay curious and keep exploring the AI world with us. Bye for now.
Bye.